Title: The Haunted Guest of the Night. Chapter 1. The beginning. On a cold winter night, the small village of Kaliganj was covered in thick fog. The lights flickered dimly. On such a night, Rahul, a curious young boy, found himself standing near an old, abandoned mansion at the edge of the village. While his friends were scared, Rahul was different. He believed there was no such thing as ghosts. Rahul, to himself, "Ghosts? Ha! Just stories. I'll prove everyone wrong tonight." The mansion had been deserted for years, and the villagers often told tales of strange noises coming from within. Some even claimed to have seen lights flickering in the windows. Rahul, though, found all these stories laughable. So, he decided that tonight, he would spend the night there to prove that ghosts didn't exist. Chapter 2. Entering the mansion, Rahul pushed open the creaky wooden door and stepped inside the mansion. The cold wind rushed in through the broken windows. The air was thick with dust, and old portraits hung crookedly on the walls. Suddenly, with a loud bang, the door slammed shut behind him. Rahul, startled. "It's just the wind. Don't be scared." Rahul lit a candle and began exploring the house. As he moved further inside, a strange sound caught his attention, a chair dragging across the floor. Rahul, calling out, "Who's there?" There was no response. The sound continued. Rahul, trying to convince himself it was just the wind, approached the source of the noise. He saw a chair moving on its own, slowly sliding across the floor. Rahul, shaking his head. Probably a mouse or something.
Chapter 3. The mysterious shadow. As Rahul walked deeper into the mansion, he noticed something odd. His reflection in an old mirror seemed strange. A shadow moved across the glass, but there was no one behind him. Rahul, whispering, "How is this possible?" The shadow seemed to float in midair, slowly becoming more defined. It resembled a human figure, but had no face, just a dark, empty void where its features should have been. "Shadow, why are you here?" Rahul froze in fear. His voice barely escaped his throat. "Rahul, trembling, there's no such thing as ghosts. You're just my imagination." The shadow floated closer. The room grew colder, and Rahul could feel his heart pounding in his chest. Chapter 4. The terrifying truth. The shadow stopped right in front of Rahul, its presence suffocating. It spoke again, its voice low and chilling. "Shadow, you don't know the story of this house. I have been trapped here for 100 years. The family who lived here wronged me, and now I am bound to this place, waiting for revenge." Rahul, shivering, "What do you want from me?" Shadow, whispering, "Tell the villagers the truth." Rahul gathered all his courage and said, "Rahul, I will tell them. I promise." Chapter 5. The dawn. As the first light of dawn broke, the door to the mansion creaked open by itself. Rahul rushed out of the house, his heart still racing. He returned to the village and shared everything he had learned about the mansion and the restless spirit. The villagers listened intently and soon learned of the mansion's dark history. Within days, they decided to restore the house and turn it into a temple, hoping to appease the spirit trapped within. Conclusion. Rahul's experience that night changed the course of the village's history. He had learned that some fears are not imaginary, but with courage and truth, any darkness can be overcome.